So have you ever heard the saying, the first offer is the best offer? Here's a buyer's timeline. And here's Bob. Now Bob starts looking for property at day zero. Bob may look for 3 months, find a property that he likes, make an offer, maybe bid at auction. He misses out on the property. He goes again for another 2 months. He misses out again. He's frustrated. Now Bob's frustrated, he's annoyed, he hasn't been able to find this property, so he's still looking for his perfect property. Now like Bob, there might be another 20 other buyers. So they've been looking for 3, 6, 9 months. All of a sudden, boom, your property hits the market. It's fresh, it's new. They all get their hopes up. They all get excited that maybe this is the one. This is the one chance I've got to get my dream home. So they all look at it online. You get a spike of people looking at it online, and the highest number of views are in the first week. Coinciding with the highest number of views is the highest number of attendees at the open home. So let's presume we have 20 people to the first open home. These people all come along and have a look at your property. It doesn't work for them. You know, they're not interested, whatever. Maybe they don't like the location. Second week, obviously the views drop off because all these people have already seen it. You're now relying on new buyers to see it. Buyers that have maybe missed the first open home, buyers that have started looking in your suburb because they couldn't afford the other suburbs, or buyers that have just come from interstate. So the views online drop off. And as you can see, the second open home, we see a reduction of about 66% of buyers coming through the open home. So from 20 at the first open home, we're now down to roughly 6 to 7. Week 3, due to the way the major portals work, a lot of them will bump to the top after 15 days. So your property becomes to the top and people start seeing it again as a new listing. However, not the people from the first week. These are new buyers that again have come from the second or third week, maybe come from another suburb. The views spike again on the third week and your open home numbers come back up. However, it's still 50% of what it was from the first open home. Now, there are 2 exceptions to this. The first exception is when the market is going up. For instance, you go to market and your property is worth $1 million. The market increases by 10% over the next 3 months, and in 3 months' time, you sell for $1.1 million. The other exception is you have a quirky house. For instance, it may not be the norm. It may have something a bit weird about it. So people take a little bit of time to warm to it. They may have to see it for 2 or 3 weeks before they realise that, hey, you know what? It does tick quite a few boxes. So for quirky houses, we find that a timed offer campaign or an auction to extend the time that's on market may be beneficial. The issue with these 2 exceptions is that chancing the market can sometimes hurt you. For instance, what happens if the market declines? Now, what's the danger of chancing a growing market? The market declines. Your first week, your property may be worth $1 million. By the time you get 3 months down the track, it's only worth $900,000. You cannot predict the market, but what we can control is your day one of your launch. We know competition drives prices. So when people are attending this first open home with 20 groups, they know they're going to have to make a good offer to secure this property. The fear of missing out really kicks in, and that drives the premium price. You only get one day one, so make the most of it. Make sure your property is priced in the right area. Make sure it's presented well, which is often why we recommend staging. And make sure that your marketing is on point to attract the most number of buyers in that first week. Don't leave it to chance. The market is unpredictable. So make the most of your freshness spike and launch properly. If you want to have a chat about a strategy for your property, reach out today.